Kendall, the head of Girton College at Cambridge. Seems that the Israeli Air Force, hit the target. Power plant's not a surprise after what happened also in July. Is this just a show of force, a warning, or do you think it's a significant damage to the Houthi operation?
I doubt that it's a significant damage to the Houthi operation because the Houthis will have been expecting this. And we know that the Houthis have a very long experience of having to be nimble when it comes to airstrikes. They have, of course, endured over 25,000 airstrikes in 7 of the past 9 or 10 years at the hands of Saudi Arabia. So they know how to do this. So it won't be a knockout blow, but it certainly does send a very strong message, not just to the Houthis in Yemen, that they're not too far away to be hit, but also, of course, to Iran, who are in fact slightly closer to Israel than Hudaydah port in Yemen.
How obviously a lot of intelligence went into this operation. They, would have reason, obviously, as the show of force from Israel continues. It doesn't mean that this will be the last time should they continue to send missiles toward Israel. So do you think it will, could deter them from the frequency of trying to send missiles our way?
It could have an impact on the Houthi leadership trying to calibrate the frequency of its attacks against Israel. Underneath the bravado, I am sure that the Houthi leadership are concerned. They have obviously seen that Hamas has been pummeled in Gaza, that the speed and lightning success of Israeli strikes in Lebanon have decapitated Hezbollah. They must realize that they're next in the firing line. That said, our experience says that they're not deterred by force, and they're very confident. They are not concerned about civilian casualties on their side, and for them, war has become a way of life. They've been at war on and off since 2004.
And how will this, you think, affect the rest of the Middle East, like you were mentioning with Saudi Arabia? How is something like this, affecting the geopolitical situation?
I should imagine that Saudi Arabia and other actors in the Middle East are extremely worried by this, in particular Saudi Arabia, because it stands in the line of fire. It has the Houthis firing missiles over its territory at Israel and the Israeli Air Force flying back to bomb Yemen. So it would be extremely concerned.
Obviously, we know that, most of the missiles sent by the Houthis have been intercepted, over the Red Sea, whatnot, making it as far to a lot. But the fact that they have successfully gotten the trajectory as close to central Israel, is there cause for concern of a barrage coming our way?
I think there is cause for concern. I don't know about a barrage, but I think it's unlikely that the Houthis will stop entirely. And I think that the Houthis are one of the cards left in Iran's quiver, in its axis of resistance. It's much more likely now that action will move towards using the Houthis, partly because they are so seasoned at war and that they are so immune to civilian casualties on their own side. So it could well be that they seek to continue to harass Israel. Let's not forget that they have thus far sent over 220 drones and missiles at Israel, albeit only 3 or 4 have actually penetrated Israeli ground.
Right. All right. Thank you very much. Middle East expert, Dr. Elisabeth Kendall. Much appreciated.